Hello, folks. I want us to look at a question which was raised by one of you, question number 8 in KMF. It is about AP. So, the basic formula of AP are given in the table, okay, except the general formula of nth term, okay. So, get to know how you can understand the general formula of nth term. But let us look at what they have asked here. They have asked that the first term of arithmetic progression is 4 and the last term is 20. First term and the last term is 20. Okay, so I can write TL, last term is 20. And then we have the formula for the sum of the first up to the last term here. Okay, so I put the sum 254, 252 is equal to n over 2, 4 plus 20. This one gives me 24n, 2 multiplies this side to give me 5 over 4. When you divide, you get 21 terms. Okay? Then we are asked about common difference. Common difference. So that part you can get, the common difference. I want us to get this. In the formula, in the book, we are given Sn is equal to n over 2, 2a plus n minus 1 times d in the book. Okay? So I want you how to come up with this in case you forget and you don't have a table. That 2a, break it, it is a plus a. Okay? The 2a you are given in the table is a plus a. So the red part is the nth term, is the last term. You can take it, the nth term, last term. So a plus n minus 1d, the red part, I can operate with it as my last term, therefore creating this formula. So this formula can come from the one which you have in the table. Okay? So we are okay here. If I'm asked common difference and I know the last term, okay? If I know the common difference and I know the last term, I can now, I can maybe somewhere, just somewhere here, the last term is 20 is equal to the first term 4 plus n minus 1 times d. So 21 minus 1 is 20 times d. Given that I know n now, I just put n minus 1. 21 minus 1 is 20 times d. A I know. So that term, which is the last, and our given is 20. The last term is 20. Then I come and get here. This and that is 16 is equal to 20d. Then d is equal to 4 over 5. That is 16 over 20, 4 over 5. 4 goes here 4 times, 4 goes here 5 times. So it's 4 over 5. But I'm interested in the second part. So let me focus there. I'm interested in this. The second part says that the population increases 80% every 20 minutes. Okay? Every 20 minutes. So I want us to concentrate here now. First, there is nothing that is guiding you to AP or GP. So when you are not sure whether it is an AP or GP, you do checkup. You do a checkup. Okay? So if the first, we are told that the initial population of bacteria is 50, and it increases by 80%. So the next it will be 90. You know, it is a culture. You are trying to make them increase. So the next time there will be 90. Out of 90, you culture, you make a condition such that they multiply. They become 162. You will find that after having 3 terms, it is guiding you to GP. It is not AP. So normally do a checkup. You do a checkup for AP or GP. So what we have from the culture, first term, second, third, it tells us is a GP. Why? Because we have a common ratio. 90 over 50 is the same as 162 over 90. So it's a GP. R is 1.8. Okay? Nth term of a GP is ARN minus 1. That one, it is in the table. So I come here. We are asked here. Here, we have 1.2 million somewhere. Okay? There is somewhere. It is 1.2 million. So I use this formula. 1.2 million will happen at what term? So I put my initial A, 50, R. R is 1.8. Then to power n minus 1. But I've said let n minus 1 be substituted by P for easy computation. So you have it there. 1.2 million is equal to A times 1.8 to power P. P stands for n minus 1, typical of the formula. So you come here, I divide this side by 50. It gives me 2.4 times 10 to power 4. And I remain here with 1.8 to power P. Whenever you have a power, you can multiply both sides by logarithm. That's what I've done. So log of left hand side is equal to log of right hand side. Then P comes down, log 1.8 is equal to logarithm of 2.4 times 10 to power 4. So how do you handle this? You can use calculator. It will give you P is equal to log 2.4 times 10 to power 4 divided by log 1.8. Now, the trick is here. When you have logarithm divided by logarithm, those are numbers divided by another number. So don't bring in the idea of subtraction. When do we subtract? When logarithm of two numbers are divided. So when two numbers are divided, we subtract their logarithm. But when we have logarithm divided by logarithm, this numerator is this figure. The denominator is this figure. So you divide and get 17.16. So our P is 17.16. Are we there? Now each of these is 20 minutes. So if I multiply 17.16 times 20, so we focus a bit, I move on. Okay? I want us to understand here. Our P stood for n minus 1. That is our P. Okay? So this being the initial one, then this becomes the answer. This becomes the answer because multiplication started here. It started here. So I don't need to subtract 1. It remains n minus 1 is equal to this. The multiplication, the increment started here. This is an increment from this. This by itself, it has no increment. It is the initial culture. So P is 17.16, which is n minus 1. if I wanted to get the time now, if I wanted to get the time, I would say 17.16 times 20. So 17.16 times 20. It gives me 343.2. That is 343.2 minutes. In other words, after this time, that is when you will get 1.2 times 10 to the power 6 sample of that bacteria. That the trick was here. How do you interpret your answer? N minus 1. Most students would do 18.16. At position 18.16. But that cannot be, because that position, we start counting position from 50. This, we say here 1. We say 1. So this is 1 minus 1, 0. R to the power 0 is 1. 1 times A, 50. But this, by itself, there was no increment. So increment started here. Since increment started here, the N minus 1 stands for 17.16. In other words, 17.16, we cannot bring it here and then we add 1 on this side. No, it is 17.16 by itself is complete in terms of N, in terms of position. Don't give it 1. Reason? The 80% increment started. We saw it from here, not from here. You can go through it again, check. There are always tricks in APGP. If you look at the first APs I did, I also told you where the trick lied. It requires comprehension. You know, we test comprehension, we test analysis, we test synthesis. All those are tested. Bye-bye.